It doesn't matter! Okay, Did you go for the people's elbow? That's not the people's elbow. He would have been like, but regardless.
Oh, why don't you get rolled with them?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, that's over with.
Does it look cool if I sit like this?
You're gonna be like this by the end.
Most likely. Most likely. Alright, do the honors.
Cheers, buddy.
Get that clap stick.
Aww.
Oh, she's got the clap.
Welcome to the EVR FWD Podcast. This is, I think this is officially going to be up. We've said, I don't know how many times we've said this.
We've said it like at least 3 times, but I have a good feeling about this one.
I have a good feeling about this one. Welcome to episode 1.
Nice.
Hey.
Hey, cheers, baby.
Cheers. Welcome to the EVR FWD Podcast. I don't know why I'm welcoming you. It's ours.
Hi, I'm Tyler Tackett.
And I am Mair Mulroney. And this is the EVR FWD Podcast. I think, okay, so we have 100% tried to, well, so here's the thing. We have been stockpiling episodes on this for a minute. And we're like, all right, well, when it's right, we'll know when it's time to release it. But then our city's burning down.
Yes.
Like quite.
It is on fire. The roof is on fire. Not our roof, but some roofs. A lot of roofs. Last time I checked, the Palisades fire is like 20,000 plus acres burned.
I think one of 4, but as far as ones that are still burning and like the massive ones.
Yeah.
1 of 2.
Yeah, and they're on. You got one on the west side and on the east side.
And then as far as we're concerned, west side, east side, north side, south side. So
that's all the sides. That's all 4 of them.
All 4 sides of a circle.
Shit. So what better time to, I don't know, release an episode with a podcast that's all about pressing forward in the face of insurmountable danger that we're facing now.
Well, I think, okay, so we've never done a podcast before. We've been on
I could have podcast.
Huh?
I could have podcast before.
No, you could.
You know everything about me.
I do. I pretty much. All the crevices. And, so we've never done, this is our first podcast. So we were thinking okay, if we stockpile a bunch of stuff, we should probably not talk about anything that's if it's Christmas, let's not talk about Christmas time because we don't know when the episode's going to come out because we're the ones, editing and doing all this stuff right now.
And still kind of trying to find what we want it to be.
Yeah, we're figuring it out. But then there's times like this where it's
how do you not talk about it?
How do you not talk about it, man? So I think this will probably be our first.
No time like the present.
No time like the present. Man, it's been nuts. A lot of people, I don't think people understand the severity of what's going on in our city right now.
Tell people.
Maybe they don't care. So
they care. I have to say I almost said one of my favorite things about this fire, which is not what I meant to say. Whoops. No, what I was going to say is one of the silver lining kind of best things that you can see is it has been very, I feel like my soul needed to see all different types of humans coming together to help each other. All the different volunteer centers, all the different places for donations, You saw, Mexico sent folks in.
Dude, yeah.
Utah, I believe, sent in.
Yeah.
All the surrounding places. Canada, I believe.
Canada came in. I mean, and I think even, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Vegas came in, too.
I would imagine everyone. I mean, it was all hands on deck, man. It was...
It still is.
It still is. It still is. It still is.
The Palisades fire is only 14% contained.
That's not enough percent.
No.
I'm going to need more percents.
That's...
Considering how it was, though, and then... Dude. The videos of these pilots swooping in like something out of Top Gun and just, like, perfectly spraying across, I don't know, 30 fucking acres, dude. And you just watch the fire go... It's, like, such a good visual representation of, like, good versus evil,
so it's new kink unlocked?
Man. You know what it is? It's not new kink. It's understanding a kink. Everyone's always had it hard for firefighters.
Yeah.
And it's not that I didn't get it, but now I fucking get it, dude. Firefighters and pilots. You know what's better than a firefighter? If you can be a firefighter in the fucking air. That's not even where the fire is. I mean, actually,
it gets
the fire's definitely in the air.
Fire's definitely
I feel like it needs oxygen.
I think I need my neighbor. I haven't talked to him in a minute. The one with the newborn baby, Benjamin.
Oh, that we always see walking around. Yeah.
He's a firefighter, and right locally. So
Homie's getting that overtime right now, rightfully so.
I mean,
Hero.
At the same time, but he has it's dangerous, and he has a new baby, with his wife, girlfriend, wife, with his woman,
With his homie. With his living homie.
Yeah, with his living homie.
Yep. Can I tell you something?
What?
And I don't want to further dampen the mood. I'm not going to say this is worse, but you've let me go 6 minutes into this podcast wearing socks.
Oh yeah, free the Tootsers. Free those little...
Tyler Tootsers Tackett.
Yeah, free those things, those suckers.
Can I tell you something? We went to the gym earlier. Hell of a workout.
You haven't showered.
Nope. I am so smelly. I'm glad this isn't like a scratch and sniff podcast, because, woo, PU. That's what I'd say.
No, it's not a scratch and sniff. I did a rinse, but that was only because my armpits were smelling. But you know what I did? I don't tell you this is the truth. I'm
glad you waited till now. It's just us.
I got directly back into my gym clothes because they're the most comfortable. I didn't feel like picking out an outfit. But
I would like to offer those are our gym clothes because that's 1,000% my shirt.
Oh yeah, it is. It is, yeah. Yeah, it is. Alpha as fuck. No, it's definitely your shirt. Also, you know what else is yours? The Febreze that I used on the armpits of...
good move.
Of my...
good move. Did you use the orange bottle or the blue bottle?
The blue bottle.
Oh, man. Next time, go for the orange one. It's like, not only is it like, the smell's good, but it's also... like anti-wrinkle and like so a little
I tried to save that for like sheets or shirts or something. Yeah. No, I was just like, it's fine. I'll just give it stop.
What?
Should we introduce ourselves? This is like okay, guys, so this is like my YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
But we're going to be doing a little bit of rebranding. We'll get into that a little bit later.
Yeah.
Most of you guys know me. I'm an actor, right? Entertainer. You might know me as a YouTuber or a...
producer?
Well, okay, but what they know me as is more like influencing and YouTube and stuff like that. But how that all came to be is because I'm an actor, producer, creator, and... musician, and I have been for years. And have been making a living in the entertainment industry doing so for over a decade.
Nice.
But once you get a little bit of notoriety, which I got from YouTube, a YouTube series that I had done, all of you guys know what it is, then you kind of fall into this other space where people might only know you for a certain thing, right? And it's hard for them to see you as something outside of that. But... I do, like, movies and really cool stuff, you know? And then I do, some cornball things occasionally, but those tend to just be what I'm known for. It's okay. It's fine. We'll lean into it. But, so, My partner in crime over here, Tyler, we met. You are also an all-around entertainer. So, acting, producing, writing, stunts, directing.
No, absolutely. Can I tell you something?
Actually, but you've done it.
Hardly.
You've done it.
Hardly. And I think if you do something poorly, you should never tell people that you did it in the first place.
I don't think you did it poorly.
That's fine.
I don't think you did.
I appreciate that.
I was there.
You
You did a great job.
Thanks. Yeah. I gotta introduce. Is this okay? I guess we have to do it at least once, right? We have to do it at least once. I gotta tell the people. All right. Hey, it's me, Tyler Tackett. So I am a small town little southern boy from BFE nowhere, Texas, who when he was 17 years old got I had this really cool like crossroad to come at like 17. It was like start doing all these indie films or finish high school.
Oh yeah, no, indie films
So
all the way.
obviously I
High
started doing
five to that.
Thank you.
We've had very similar journeys.
Yeah, we have. And we'll have to get into my graduation story. But I did end up graduating. I did indie films all through Texas. I really was like, I cut my teeth in the indie horror genre. Lots of really talented, really eccentric at times filmmakers in the woods, making monster movies and just kind of playing Hollywood. That was my college, and then came out here. And once upon a time, to LA, once upon a time, I was in a very popular fan film. My anime friends will know, most likely, Dragon Ball Z Light of Hope, YouTube fan film.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I posted a picture of us. I'm always posting pictures of us, but your looks. I always look the same. I've looked the same since I was like 19, maybe 20.
Yeah, it's because you found your look. I'm a walking identity crisis.
No, you change it up.
I know.
Here's the facts. True
Factual,
facts.
actual?
Factual, actual.
Lay it on me, dog.
My hair doesn't grow. This is what it is.
Everyone's hair grows.
No. Can I tell you something? Actually, no. So...
Okay, educate me.
Mine doesn't grow.
Okay.
Mine, gets to a certain length and, that's
it's like,
it.
I'm good here.
And that's it.
But
And
goddamn,
that's
how
where it
lucky,
is.
if that was going to be your fate, how lucky is it that it worked out in such a way where it looks fucking rad?
Well, thank you. I have to try really hard.
Imagine if it's like, it doesn't grow, but it only doesn't grow like right here and like right here. And like for some reason a bunch grows right here.
Like alopecia or something like that.
Who's that? Is she a R&B singer?
Kind of. Her
Alopecia.
Actually, well, her husband is more like a rapper / actor.
He was at those parties.
You
know the ones.
Yeah. Sure.
Hey, how do you think that house is doing?
Oh,
I haven't looked that up yet.
That's up Malibu. I think that house
Yeah.
is fine.
Yeah.
I think that house is fine.
Okay.
Anyways, so I posted this picture of us. Oh, and back to the different looks and stuff. Your look changes constantly because your hair grows a lot. So you can shave your head, and within 6 months, your hair will be down to here.
Yeah, it does grow pretty fast.
I can't do that. So I look the same constantly. You look very, very different. You do the facial hair differently, and you can switch it up a lot.
Grow a beard.
Huh?
What?
What? Did you just say?
No, what did you say?
Did you tell me to grow a beard?
I was offering
Did you call
suggestions.
me a beard?
Okay, no.
Okay.
But I said, I could have said grow a beard. I'm just saying, if we're thinking of looks, I think, actually, can I tell you something? I do know what you look like with a beard. We have footage of you with a fake beard.
Uh-huh.
Can I tell you something? You look better with a beard than I do. You are a very pretty man.
Thanks. I mean, I think my brother's really handsome, and I think people
Tommy is a stud.
He is, right? He's hot.
Yeah, that's weird. Tommy's the fucking
If
man.
I was ginger and a boy...
You look like that?
Yeah, I think we look... I think Tommy and I look a lot alike. I wear makeup, so it's different. But
Yeah,
if you
he
were to
rarely
see us,
wears makeup.
No, never.
Yeah.
I think we do look a lot alike, though.
Yeah.
It's the Mulroney gene.
Hey, man, those
They're strong.
Mulroneys, they make pretty ones. They make pretty ones. They
No,
really...
I had some really good, like all my cousins,
Yeah.
really good looking.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. You should see my cousin Madeline. She's fucking stunning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really pretty. She just got engaged. Congratulations.
Hey, Madeline. Wouldn't it be fucked up if like they watch this episode in like 3 years and God forbid
Didn't
that
invite
goes
me to the
sour?
wedding.
What? Oh, oh no.
She's
I
a
was
weird one. We don't need her. They let her stay in LA.
oh, is that you? You're the weird one?
Yeah, no, oh, yeah. No, they are like normal people with real jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah. I feel that. I'm the weird one too.
So
Not in a bad way.
I keep getting distracted though. Okay, so I posted a picture of us and it was somebody commented and I didn't know what they meant at first. I should have. I felt like really weird and was like, that's a really good Android 17 you got there. And I was like, I don't have an Android. And I was like, how did they know? I was like, did I take this on my mom? My mom has an Android. Did I take this on my mom's phone? And then I was like, how would they know that I took it on my mom's phone? Is someone spying? Like, I thought it was a threat.
That's crazy because you're never irrational like that.
No.
So out of character.
So out of character. I had a dream. I just woke up and I had a dream.
Is my brain exploding? Do you think, what are the chances of my brain exploding?
I had a dream that there was an earthquake and I couldn't wake up and I knew in my dream and then my brain started shaking and now I think I'm having an aneurysm. Should we go to the hospital?
Babe, it's 3 a.m. Let's get our senses about us and reevaluate.
Do you think I had a seizure? Do you think I get seizures now?
No, probably not. Fuck. You know what you did? You took some night medicine. You took some of that ZQuil, and you did a full shot, and I done told you that was not the move. I don't know what's in that mystery chemical. Same shit that's in NyQuil, but without the preventative. And, you know what I mean? Like the...
It's a different combination.
Dimexophaciosniffling. You took that ZQuil, and it sent you into the fucking nether realm, dog. That's where Scorpion's from.
It was not good.
Scorpion's seen some shit, dude. You know what that guy had to go through? Whole family. Wiped out.
I don't know who Scorpion
By the Lin
is.
Kuei. Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Get over here!
Okay, but you're Android 17.
Right. So I did a web series like 13 years ago. That was very, very, in my opinion, in the fan film culture, revolutionary. Did very well.
Yeah, that was dope.
And then from that, you know what it was? It was because with Dragon Ball, I did so much martial arts stuff, and it introduced me into stunt work. From there, I got into more. That's how I got into stunts, and then I started doing stunt work alongside with acting. And so, yo, dude, I'm just out. You know what it is? Can I tell you something? And I'm sorry to have to say this. I'm not trying to like toot my own tutor, but like, sometimes the facts just be the facts, right? Your boy out here, your boy out here doing like superhero action movie star shit. Like, most people haven't seen it yet, but they will.
You've gotten actually quite a few views. It's just that here's the thing about the superhero thing.
What?
You wear masks, you know? So nobody...
No. I'm gonna stop you right there. Listen, Mama didn't raise no fool. Have I worn masks in my adventures? Sure.
You've been Daredevil.
Uh-huh.
You have been Winter Soldier.
That's right.
You have... Who else have you been? You've been Android 17.
Yeah.
You've been... Oh, am I
think
missing?
that's it.
Is that it?
I think that's it. Yeah.
We have them.
Yeah. Actually, all 3 of them.
Okay,
Bucky,
cool.
Daredevil, and Android 17.
And you played, oh my god, why am I forgetting his name? Keanu Reeves.
John Wick?
John Wick.
It was John Wick in a fucking photo shoot. It's
but
very
it looked
different.
so good though.
It had long hair and a
that-
beard.
It looked like stills from an actual shoot.
You know what it was? I was doing a thing where it was for Shot Deck.
Where they're coming up. So Shot Deck is where you can come up with like, what is it? Like you want to design. You want to like design the look of your movie based on something else? Is that
Shot Deck is a incredible tool for filmmakers, photographers, truthfully too. What Shot Deck is it is an entire archive of still frames from just about every movie you can come up with. So, for instance, say you're building a pitch deck for a film, and you really want to paint
It's not an ad. It's not an ad. We're not.
No, not not at all. Unless they want to pay us, which it's definitely an ad. No, I would say this even if it wasn't. It is such a good resource. It's like an archive. It has a bunch of still photos from movies and stuff. But it's got more than that. It's got the still photo, but then it has all the details as far as like the aspect ratio, the color palette, the everything. Is it interior, exterior? How many actors? Yada yada yada. It's got all the info.
Do people use that to create the what is it like the? Not the pitch decks. Why am I like spacing on all of my terminologies tonight?
Can't imagine.
The
Shot list?
not the shot list, but like but when you're
Previs?
no,
Proof of concept.
not the proof of concept. Like when you're like pitching an idea, and it's like and it's got like, okay, so this is the look of it and everything, and you take like
Lookbook? Pitch deck?
maybe it's the pitch deck. Maybe that's what I'm talking about. Pitch deck. Actually, that is 100% what I'm talking about. Yeah, pitch deck.
I knew we'd find it.
Yeah.
This is why we make such a good team.
By the way, yes. So we are. So we're actors.
Oh, thank God we're done with that part.
Yeah. So we're actors.
That was
and
self-masturbatory.
entertainers. Was it? I don't know.
It wasn't. It's necessary, but goddamn, I'm glad we're done with that part. You gotta at least
Intro?
introduce yourself once.
Yeah. Well, we're also an item. We've been together 8 months. Almost 9.
Yeah. Almost 9 months.
But we've known each other for a really long time. We've been homies.
We've known each other for a minute. Funny story. So I come out here, and I hope you don't care if I tell the story. I come out here, I'm like 20 years old. First couple years, I'm doing the LA actor hustle. Book little things here, student films, YouTube films, and
Yeah,
things
but
like
that was
wrap
dope,
up.
and you did.
It is dope, and honestly, like, listen,
stuff.
I'm all for acting classes and stuff like that. If that's how you learn, by all means, sitting in a classroom. There are plenty of people out here who are very dedicated to teaching. There's also a lot of people out here who are very dedicated to taking your money.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have audited a lot of acting classes, and I think, yes, there are things that can be learned. However, there is nothing like just being on set, seeing yourself on film, and being like, oh, that works, that doesn't. Oh, I get it now.
Right.
There's nothing like just working. Opposed to
I feel like a lot of people look at things like student films and stuff and don't want to. Maybe not a lot of people.
Do the student films.
Fuck yeah, dude.
They've got
Boots on the ground.
top notch. They've got top notch equipment, and they have to pay you.
And they're driven. They're really driven, and they're excited. And here's the other thing you need to know.
They're not jaded by the industry.
These are also you're also meeting other artists.
The future.
Exactly.
You're meeting
other artists just like you. And you go on set, and you guys, you're in the shit. You have no money. You have no time. You have terrible, like, crafty, if any at all.
But they've got great equipment.
Fantastic equipment.
They usually have really good shot. Like, they've got a good team of people. Everybody's lined up.
And these are the people that you're going to work with years down the road. Case in point, all these years that I did these indie films in Texas, and they are...
yeah.
All these years I worked with, fucking 17 to like almost 21 in Texas. I did a string of indie films, and I would just act any chance I could get, right? Just get on any set, right? And you would learn and all this, and you would be with these other creatives who were so passionate and stuff. Fast forward years later, multiple people that I shared that time with early in all of our careers have called me back for other projects. I went to Larry Carroll, fantastic director, guy that I'm out of Houston, Texas, guy that I met when I was 18 years old. And he was telling me, he's like, I got movies, I got ideas, I have a vision, da 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 da. And you met him and you knew, right? All these years later, hits me up. We go to Serbia together for a month and shoot a film, right? So,
fantastic.
like, classes are great, but and take them if you learn that way. I'm not shitting on how different people learn, but like, I agree with you. There's nothing. You can learn some shit in a classroom, but there's something about being on set and the energy, and there's all these different people doing so many things, and the pacing's weird.
You can tell.
And you gotta be able to snap in and out of it and stay focused with all this noise around you.
You know what it is? I'm a little bit of a. I've got that kind of East Coast, like, fucking get over it thing about me.
Oh.
I don't know if you've noticed it.
No.
Right, so...
Oh, goodness gracious. Keep going. Wait, hang on.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
Good.
That bothered me so much.
So I can compartmentalize really, really well, and I can snap in and out of things, right? But I think that's probably just, like, how I was raised, like the traumatic childhood.
Good.
Also, that I was in the music industry from the time I was 16.
Right.
So
And that didn't help you with the whole, like, being jaded thing. You're saying, the music industry.
Maybe a little bit. It might have added to it. But what it taught you is, like, get with it, and, like, you are not the only person. The way I came up in it was not, like... I was not pampered in a way of like, oh, you're the artist and you're so special. It was like, fucking get to it. You got other people around here a lot more talented than you. Fucking figure it out. Right. And you learn that. And then I, came out here and I was like, listen, I'm not trying to pay for acting classes and stuff like that. Like I'll delve into it and cool. And I get it. For some people, it works, but I'm the same way, like, I didn't want to pay to go to college, Yeah. I didn't think that was going to suit me, because that's not how I learned. But, I'll tell you one thing, being on these sets, man, you can tell when an actor, they might be really talented in their own way, but you can tell when their talent is coming from, like, okay, they've been taking classes, which is not a bad thing, unless those classes, which is what I've experienced in auditing them, the ones that I've gone to, you are so self-centered as an actor.
Yeah.
It's all about you, and what are you feeling, and what is this character feeling, and what can I bring to this, and to that, and it's this whole thing, which is like, for me personally, I just feel like that should be kind of your natural instinct, and you read the character and you're like, oh, okay, so this is how this human would exist in the world, like, I'll just portray it that way. I think that's how it should go. And then but then you have to think about all of the people around you. You got to think about the grips. You got to think about the lighting. You got to think about the cameras. You got to think about the director. You got to think about the other people in the scene with you. And I've never experienced an acting class. I'm sure they're out there. I know that they are. But I've never experienced one, which means they're rare, where they're teaching you how to exist, not just with the scene partner, but with everybody in the room. Because you'll work with people and you're like, dude, you definitely have talent. Like, you're really freaking good. But you're so self-centered. I don't want to ever work with you again.
Yeah.
And it's because you're not thinking about anything else that's going on around you. It's not a stage. And even on the stage, you have to think about all the other people. But you...
They say filmmaking is a director's medium, and acting is a theater. Or wait, no... film is a director's medium, and theater is an actor's medium.
And, yeah. I've never done theater.
No?
So, no.
I want to do more theater. I haven't done theater, admittedly, since I was in high school. I started doing movies and kind of migrated into that. And that's always kind of what I want to do. Theater was just like the closest thing to doing movies. But there really is, and I guarantee you can relate with being a musician, but there is something kinetic about
The live audience.
yeah. And there's something and it's not to say that I was doing like, you know, I wasn't like giving fantastic like noteworthy performances or anything. I was a kid in high school just trying to, you know, learn who I was and explore this thing, but there are moments I can remember, specific moments, short little intervals of time where I can remember the feeling of being on that stage and being very engaged. I'm very engaged in what I'm doing. I'm being very present. However, at the same time, there is something inside of me that is very aware that like this feeling of like I have everyone's attention. Like, and not like, oh, look at me, everyone. But no, it's like, it's almost a form of sorcery.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, good, you're in a trance. The good ones can do it for an hour and a half, 2 hour, 3 hour long performance. That's why they're the greats. But even to do it for a moment and have that feeling, you're like, oh, this is that magic. This is that power, you know? So that's really cool about theater. I assume music is the same way. Film has that same, I don't think one is more important than the other. They're just different, they're different mediums, you know? And I struggled with breaking out of the theater thing, getting into film, truthfully. I still kind of do. I'm kind of big.
I'm big too, though, but big works for you. It works so well. We're
loud.
Right.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here.
It's our eyebrows. Huh.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I'm coming for Eugene Levy's title of like best eyebrows in Hollywood. I don't think I'll be able to take it from him because man's a goddamn legend. I think it's probably Eugene Levy and then Charlie Chaplin and then
Tyler Tackett.
And then Tyler Tackett. If nothing else, on my tombstone, I wanted to say Tyler Tackett, best eyebrows in Hollywood.
If Hollywood's still
third best eyebrows in Hollywood.
Third best Hollywood eyebrows in Hollywood.
Well, we'll work through it.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. LA's in a very strange place at the moment.
We'll see. It actually, I mean...
LA's been in a strange place, though. Here's the thing.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. It's the last 5 years have really been... it's always hard out here. It's a very expensive place to live and all that kind of stuff. But the last 5 years, it was COVID. And then, you know, COVID, truthfully, things didn't start coming back till like mid to end 2021, really, you know?
Did they? No, I think it was later than that.
Maybe, but I'm saying like start like, well, I booked a couple things at the end of like 21, but it was bare bones, right?
Yeah.
But on the heels of coming out of COVID, then we were in some strikes, rightfully so. However,
yeah,
it still was like, okay, well now there's no work. I mean, after doing this gig I've been doing this for 17 years this year. 17 years I've been a professional filmmaker. And at year, like, I guess it was year 13, 14, I had to go back to waiting tables, you know? No shame in the game. Like, you do what you gotta do. And truthfully, I was very fortunate. I worked at a great place, but like, and had a lot of good times with a lot of friends that I still love to this day. One of which provided us with some fantastic tequila.
Oh, shall we talk about that? Let's talk about the tequila. Should we give him a call? I can't here's the thing. I want to shout out the tequila really badly. I do want to do that. I cannot pronounce it. We're going to have to work on our sponsorship package, I think, but no, like, great bottle. Listen. We've had it on display very nicely, okay? I think we've done a good job here, all right? But no, I can't pronounce it, and
Can I do something? I won't make you.
Please
I'd
don't.
like to. I'd like to try.
Can you pronounce it?
Cascanes? It's fantastic.
Cascanes.
You know, they get their water from like a volcano or some shit.
You didn't know that.
Yes, I did.
You didn't know that. Call him.
Tell me what to do.
Call him.
Alright, I'll call him.
Call him.
Where's my phone? Oh, there's my phone.
Whoa. What do I owe the pleasure of this call?
Sir Matthew Annis, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, brother. Nice to hear from you. What's going on?
Listen, I'm not gonna keep you too long, but can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Mayor and I have definitely, for sure, most likely drank all 3 bottles of tequila that you gave us.
Not in one day.
Not in one day.
No, but like, you know.
I mean, I could be, that's very understandable if you did.
Do me a favor, buddy. Say the name of your tequila.
That is called Cascanes Tequila. It pays homage to the Cascan people, which were the last northern Jaliscan tribe to be conquered by the Spaniards.
Buddy, I love you. This is the most fantastic tequila I've ever had. And I'm not just saying that because there's cameras on my face.
Dude, man, hey guys, I really appreciate it. Thank you for supporting it, and continue to see what Cascanes puts out there in the near future, man. There's definitely some good stuff.
Where can the people find it?
Oh my God, we're in 37 states, and we're mostly in all Total Wines across California.
Oh, my dad's gonna love that. Total Wines.
Yes.
Total Wine carries all of our expressions. They've been a great supporter of us, and plenty of restaurants in the future to come, guys.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, brother. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in Muay Thai.
So that was Maddie.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we love Maddie. He's my little protege. One of my very, very, very good friends. He's a right now he's working for Cascanes Tequila. But I met Maddie when we were both working at a restaurant in Encino, fine dining spot named Davenport's. Really great restaurant if you want like a really great date spot. He and I both were servers there, and it was same, like I was saying, like when the strikes and everything happened, had to go back to the restaurants. Met him there, and he was, a young kid, probably, I guess he was probably 21, 22 at the time. And he found out that I did stunts and martial arts, and he always kind of wanted to get into it. And so he started coming with me and started training in the park. I have this, vetting thing. I've had a lot of,
You've told me about this before, where you're like, okay, you want to do stunts, you want to do your thing, come meet me at the park.
And it's not yeah. Look,
as opposed to paying for a class type of thing, or
first of all, I'm not nearly confident enough in anything that I do that I would ask people to pay me to tell them what I know. However,
that's actually silly. You could, but whatever.
That's nice of you. But no, Maddie wanted to learn some shit. But I have this vetting process where come train, and I'm not gonna make you be like, hey, fall in this concrete. That's stupid. No, I want to see if you're gonna show up for a workout, and we're gonna do calisthenics and plyo. We're gonna do things that are applicable to the profession. Make sure you have endurance. Make sure, if anything, look, stunt performing is really fucking hard on the day. When your cameras are rolling and all that, that is the peak. That's when everything comes to a head, and it's very fucking difficult. But what people don't realize is that a stunt performer's job is to train Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week, training constantly. You're lifting weights, you're doing calisthenics, you're fight training, you're doing choreo, you're learning how to get caught on fire, you're driving cars, you're falling off buildings, learning how to fall correctly, you're learning flips or weapons, or that's what your real job is, right? So people that want to jump into the industry or jump into that particular profession because it sounds cool and they think that they're tough, it's great. If anyone wants, if I've got some sort of whatever that I can throw your way to help you out on your journey, I'll help you. But if you're gonna say that you're the same thing that I am, you better be willing to put in the same amount of work that I am.
Yeah.
And so I have this vetting process. I've had people want to come in, and they'll come for 1 or 2 training sessions, and then they'll boogie because it's difficult, and that's fine. Maddie showed up, dude, and Maddie showed up every day for a year and a half.
Dang.
Yeah, dude, and he got real good. And then we got into Muay Thai together, and now you're Muay Thai. Show them the Muay Thai tattoos.
Oh,
we got some Muay Thai tattoos.
Muay Thai tattoos. My foot is really bad, but I haven't painted my toenails, so I'm not gonna show them.
Yeah, you got a couple on your shins, some leg kicks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You know what it is though? That's the worst.
What?
I feel it in this shoulder a lot, but the marks on this arm because I'm holding pads for you. And I'm glad that I am. I would rather be holding for you, but when I hold your pad, your kicks, even when you're not kicking powerful, are so, I feel my brain rattle. They're so powerful, and I have really skinny arms, and no matter what, the pads are not like, you just can't get them tight enough to where they don't move.
Yeah.
So, like, they move and they shake, and I'm just like, so this is always bruised and battered.
It's all right. It's all right. It'll get less and less. You're becoming tempered steel.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, you've really picked it up like really fast. I think a lot of it has to go back to you being like a dancer and things like that. You have good body awareness. It's
I trained in boxing before.
Yeah, so you've got like a background, and you're the thing with this more than just boxing though is being able to move your feet, whether it's in a kick, whether it's dancing around, and you can do that.
Yeah.
And you understand timing, and like I'll show you a certain rhythm for certain things, and that's a big part of like stunts and choreo. And now that you're moving into this phase of your career where you're doing more action-heavy stuff.
Heroes, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, we can't say exactly what, but you've got some fun stuff coming up this year. Yeah. It's not all bad. I know the world's on fire right now, but it's not all bad.
It is on fire, dude. Yeah. It's like not great. I don't know. I was working on something right now, and then they rescheduled it, I had started working on this series. I don't know why I laugh at it. It is a legitimate series. It gets a lot of views and makes a lot of money, but it's like soap opera, that. You know, like the vertical stuff.
Uh-huh.
But it's like, that seems to be filming right now. And and honestly, I do like this company. They treat people really good, and they pay well, and it's fine for what it is. But we started working on it. We're filming right by the Pasadena fire, or Altadena.
Yeah.
And we didn't know that the world was on fire.
Oh yeah, you were on set the day like the shit really like popped off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, so I'd heard about the Palisades fire, and we get wildfires in Los Angeles. So it's not like a big, I didn't think of it, I was like, oh, okay, well, Palisades, I was like, that's like a neighborhood, you know? And I was like, that's not like, when you hear Malibu's on fire, that's a little different because it's all woods and it's hills and it's mountains, and you're like, oh, that shit's gonna spread.
Yeah, dude.
You're
that's
like,
kindling.
okay, that's kindling.
That's really expensive kindling.
That's real expensive kindling. I was like, okay, that's gonna be bad, which it was a couple years ago when we had them, like, all of Malibu burned down. Then you get the Palisades fire, and you're like, okay, well, they'll get it under control. Like, it's gonna hit a grocery store, and they're gonna stop it, right?
Yeah.
Apparently not. So that's where my brain is. I'm on the other side of Los Angeles filming in Altadena, and we're like, and somebody
till like what? It was like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night before you wrapped, huh? Was it later?
Yeah, no, it was late. I think like 8 or 9. And somebody in the crew had mentioned like, oh, there's a fire in Pasadena. And we're like, oh, snap. Now, mind you, what people don't really know about LA is around this time of year, January, February, we get Santa Ana winds. Is that what it is?
Yeah, Santa Ana winds come blowing through from north, I guess, come blowing through here. And they strong.
I don't think people understand these winds. Like, when you're like, oh, it gets windy. No, they're like hurricane winds.
Well, you have to think, like, they call it the valley. Like, it's a fun thing to call this area. But it's called the valley because it's quite literally a valley between mountains. So you get these really strong winds that come through, and they get funneled, into this one spot. So you have all this. It's the fucking 300 Spartan trick, man. It's all funneled into one spot, and it's super duper powerful.
Dude, it's crazy.
Gerard Butler.
You have...
Zack Snyder. Best shit he's ever done.
I love Zack Snyder. You have... Your buildings are rattling. You go outside, you feel like you're going to get blown across the street.
Trees are just right angled.
Trees are right angled. And here's the thing. LA is not like, we're not like wintertime where it's like, oh, there's snow on the ground. Oh, it's cold. No, it's still desert. It's still hot.
Yeah.
But you have these winds coming, and we get forest fires constantly. Apparently we get like little brush fires in LA 12 times a day.
Yeah.
But they're able to be like put out before they become anything like even newsworthy. Well, that was not the case. And these winds that day were strong. I left set, and the roof, we were filming at a Marriott hotel.
Yeah.
Was our location. And I walked outside. We had to have a grip walk me to the car because I was getting blown into the street. Nobody can walk. Like, nobody can go anywhere. You're getting blown into traffic. You're like holding on to a street side. The roof of the Marriott Hotel is getting ripped off. I'm seeing it, like massive, massive, massive sheet metal
Jesus.
blowing off of, and I was like, what?
It's the apocalypse.
Yeah, no, it was wild. And mind you, you had been in a hotel filming all day. Nobody knew what was going on. Come outside. It's dark outside. And do you smell smoke? Yeah, but I was like, oh, wind is blowing. Somebody's barbecuing. Something's going on. Dude, no, I called you. I get in the car. I was like I was like trying to drive. You can't see anything. There's all this. I thought it was dust getting blown at the car. Apparently it was smoke. So I didn't know what was happening. You can't see anything. There's trees everywhere in the road. The cars are getting blown. Like, you can't control your car. Full-blown trees in the road. I was like, I gotta make it to the freeway. Get to the freeway, which is really close. Freeway gives me a clear shot of the mountain that we're right next to. That is on fire. Like, completely on fire. I was like, what is happening? Like, what's going on right now? And it's just getting, and all you have embers just like blowing onto the freeway. You're going like 20 miles an hour because you can't move the car. And there's actual trees.
Everybody's panicking.
Everyone's panicking. There's actual trees on the freeway.
Yep.
And it's the beginning of a fire. I was like, okay, so they're going to put that out, right? That's going to go out. There's no way.
It'll be fine.
It's going to be fine. But you can't even get helicopters in the air like that because it's so, I mean, the wind is wild.
Yeah.
Like, it's wild.
Yeah,
so,
it blows.
It blows all the way till I got to the 118 coming back to your place. And then it died down a little bit, but it was still really bad. And then you wake up and it was like, okay, you're supposed to go to set the next day. And I was like, dang, we were really close to that fire.
Yeah,
like,
dude, you got home that night and you were telling me what you saw, and I was like, you're for sure not going. There's no way. You're gonna roll past this, like, crazy apocalyptic fucking fire, like hellfire and brimstone on the Hollywood Hills for...
But it wasn't the Hollywood Hills, it was Altadena Hills.
Whatever. Potato. Fucking spooky, burn.
Well, that was no, it was crazy. You go there, and then they was like, okay, well, we're gonna delay the shoot for a couple of hours. And then they're like, okay, it's getting worse. And then, here's the thing, LA's so spread out, people live in different areas. So you have people on the west side whose houses are getting burned down, and they don't have anywhere to go. So anybody who lives over there, then you've got the people who live on the east side, they're getting evacuated. Everybody's getting evacuated. Then the Hollywood Hills catch fire. Yeah. Everybody living in Hollywood.
You think traffic's bad at rush hour on the 405? It's a parking lot. I mean, you saw those videos of them down in Malibu where people were abandoning their cars, and unfortunately had to abandon their cars and bail, and then the fire teams were taking bulldozers through. Yeah. Just like, get these fuckers out of the way, we got shit to do. Props to them, but...
By the way, I don't know how it came... I mean... I just feel like the last thing that should be in place is for people to like just leave their cars on the freeway when you're trying to put out a fire. How do you get to it?
Bulldozer.
I know, but they had to bulldoze vehicles.
I mean, it's inevitable. There's too many people. Like it's.
We don't have a really good our freeways are really bad here. Maybe,
but I mean, I don't know I'm not educated enough. Maybe there is someone that's smarter than me, but like, I don't know what the solution would be. There's so many, the problem is it's such a densely populated area that it needs more like square footage to spread out this populace. You can have as many roads as you want, but the population is still the same. If everyone's bailing at the same time,
which is what we were worried about.
That's what was freaking me out more than anything was, that
we had a fire like right here
up by Woodland Hills.
Yeah.
And
we were completely surrounded by
There was a
fires.
point I was looking at the Watch Duty app. Shout out to Watch Duty.
Yeah, no, seriously, Watch Duty.
Can I tell you something I saw, speaking of that real quick? I hope I don't get sidetracked and completely forget what we're talking about, as is my nature. But I saw a thing today, one of the people that run Watch Duty has already, this is so gross, has already been approached about selling the app. And they're like, what would you sell it for? And the person, I don't remember their name, unfortunately, but they said, listen, I don't think this app should be owned by anybody. This should just be a given for everyone, because the Watch Duty app is basically a damn near live update of all the fires in the area, right? And
it's
so,
like Waze for fires.
Yeah, that's probably a good way to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're watching this thing, and at a certain point, I look at it, and we got your little blue dot in the center on the map. We're like, hey, you are here. And then completely surrounding us, like all the way around us are fires. And they're getting bigger. And I'm looking outside. We're looking outside, and the wind is not slowing down. And you're thinking, fuck, dude, like we're in the warning area, but we're not in the evacuation area yet. And you're like, shit, dude, like, where do you go? So we had our go bags, with our hard drives and all laptops, all the importance, bare minimum important stuff. Favorite t-shirt, by the door. We looked up hotels and things like that. And unfortunately we didn't have to take any drastic measures. We never had to evacuate. We're a lot luckier than most, but, there was a moment with my biggest fear was, like you said, it was like,
well, because
if we wait for that evacuation notice, then it's everybody.
Everyone's gone, because we got
and then people fucking
the false
panic.
Evacuation.
That's right.
That
all
went
of
out
LA
to
did.
all of LA County.
Yep.
All at once, as opposed to like little sections of it. And Los Angeles,
Wild.
for those of you guys who have not been here, Los Angeles is huge. LA is enormous. It is a very, very big city. Like,
and it's not LA. It's LA like
it's LA County.
all encompassing.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many cities in the LA County.
It's crazy. So all of LA County gets this evacuation notice, and you can just hear it. One, everyone's phone goes off at the exact same time, and then we're in your building, and you hear everybody in the hallway being like, "We're evacuating.
Yeah,
we're going."
And then the power went out.
Oh God,
that's right. I forgot the power went out.
The power went out.
The power went out, and we were sitting there by our candles.
Yeah.
Three Gods of the Apocalypse, Steve Buscemi, Post Malone, and Nicolas Cage.
Yep.
And we were drinking a bottle of wine or two, and from outside, everything's pitch black. You look outside, and
it's just, oh my gosh,
see the mountains
like
right in the distance. It was like Mordor, dude. It was just glowing red, and then you would look, and you would see not just one spot, multiple places where the fire was creeping over the hills, and we're far away. Like, all I can think about is the people who were like looked out their window, and the fire was like
right there.
Right there.
It moves fast.
Yeah, man.
Fast.
Yeah, dude.
Like, LA's big, and you can see it on all sides. And the smoke is terrible. You can't. It's awful.
Thankfully, everything seems to be getting better compared to where we were. Things have improved substantially, and it's all kudos to the brave folks that kept us safe. But
they even brought firefighters who were serving time.
Yeah,
came out
getting paid $10 an hour. That's good money. Now the question is, and I don't want to, knock on wood, but knock on wood.
Oh yeah,
solid wood. That's good craftsmanship. It seems like things are on the upswing. Assuming that stays the case, my question is, like we were saying earlier, the last 5 years of LA's history, the industry specifically has really taken a nosedive. We have a couple things in our favor. In a couple months, there's new tax incentives that are being put in place that are hopefully going to bring more film work back to LA because it's too expensive to shoot here. And the hope is that, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like the rebuilding process of everything that we've gone through.
I'm terrified to go back home. I haven't been home since the fire started because I don't want to.
Yeah, you're closer. You technically, your place was pretty damn close to where it started to leak. You guys are right on that coastline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is iconic, beautiful. That is why people come to Los Angeles.
You think LA beach life, you think Malibu, that's what you think of. Yeah.
And it's gone.
Yeah.
Like, all the way to, like, all of the shops, all of everything, which seems so, like, petty to just be like, all of the shops, all of this.
It's not petty, though, because that shop, it's not one of the great...
It's not the shops, but they're not, the cool thing about that part of LA is they're mom and pop shops.
That's what I was going to say. They're not corporate things. That's all like mom and pops.
Yeah,
that's
it's not
someone's
like a
whole
CVS.
life. That's someone's whole life they worked for to have those keys to that building.
Yeah, and it's all burnt down and it's iconic and they're old. They're old wood buildings. Like, and it's beautiful. And that's what makes LA that. And also, LA is a hodgepodge of people. Like, you've got your successful folks, but you've got, like, you have true poverty in this city.
Your successful folks is such a microscopic, tiny 1% of the 1% of the people who live in LA.
Yeah. And, like, Palisades is... It's next to Malibu. Palisades is beautiful. That whole part of the town is beautiful. It's really well done. Yeah. Or was.
Yeah.
But it's not super wealthy people. Like, you have some super wealthy people. That's all through Los Angeles. That's people, it doesn't matter where you live in LA, you'll meet a celebrity at some point in time. Go into a grocery store, go into a little hole in the wall.
Can I tell you something? I run into Mair Mulroney at the gym almost every day.
But that's you have that. That's the cool thing about LA. But then you also have, like, I think about, like, Miles Teller, right? So him and his wife lost their home in the Palisades, right?
It sucks. I like Miles Teller.
I like him too. Here's the thing. People are, like, so kind of like, oh, well, they're all celebrities and they're rich and they're this and that. And not everybody, first of all. Not everybody at all. A lot of those are, like, generational homes that have been, like, passed down through people. Also, yes, some people make money and they're able to buy homes, and that's a good thing.
Sure.
We all strive for that. It seems impossible in the way that we, like, this economy and the way that we've come up. It seems like an impossible thing to be able to buy a house in Los Angeles. But there was a point in time where people did, you know? And now you've got somebody like Miles Teller who has been a hustler. Like, he has been in the industry for a very long time.
Yeah.
He is just starting to get paid. Like, properly.
I'd say within the last, like, 10 years, yeah.
Like, but, like, really, really,
15,
and here's
15.
the thing. But 10 to 15 years. But think about it this way.
I'm not knocking it. Like,
but what is he getting paid per movie at that point in time? So he did Top Gun. He's done a couple of, like, big things where
you can go back and go to, like, Whiplash. And
but how much did he really get paid for that?
Right.
And how many of those are you doing per year?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you're working on that for a year, then you're not doing anything else. Like, so to think that he's just got, like, hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank
People
is
think just
absurd.
because your face is on screen,
that's not,
that you're a millionaire.
That's not necessary. And I'm sure he's a millionaire. Yes. However,
Now. Yeah.
But, like, it took a long time for him to be able to, like, buy that home and do that. And now, and then you think that, like, people just have, like, this, like, incredible amount of money just at their disposal all the time. This is an expensive place to live.
Yeah.
So the more bills that you have, the more expensive your home is. You have to make that money. It's going straight out the door.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're making, you know, goo-boo where it doesn't matter and you don't have to think about it. But most actors, most famous people that you know, they have to think about it.
Well,
they still have to think about it.
I'm actually glad you brought that up because that's kind of, to make it full circle here, that's kind of was the inception of this, right? Like, there's no shortage of comedian or actor at this point, producer, filmmaker. Everyone's got a podcast now, right? And great. Like, what a time to be alive where everyone can have their voice. That's great. What I struggled to find, and I'm positive we're not the first people to do this, right? But what I struggled to find was someone or a couple of folks who were journeyman artists, you know, whether it be a musician, a filmmaker, a dancer, a painter, a writer, whatever.
A wrestler!
Dude, don't get me fucking started. That's a totally different episode. But I will... Oh, what? It doesn't matter! Okay, Did you go for the people's elbow? That's not the people's elbow. He would have been like, but regardless.
Oh, why don't you get real specific about it?
I will, actually. I was playing WWE 2K24 right before we started.
Were you?
I was.
Who else were you playing that you didn't get to play this week? Sorry, was that rude?
One of the downsides of of the many downsides of these fires is that it has shut down a lot of the work that a lot of us had lined up. I mean, truthfully, it sounds shitty to say, but it is true. It is our livelihood. I had oh man, I had a sweet one lined up. It's still there. It's just been pushed, but a sweet one. I can't talk about it. Why would you cue me up? I can't.
It's so dope.
Yeah.
It's
all right.
so
you know
dope.
what? As long as you guys promise not to tell anybody, can I say who it was?
Yeah.
I'll tell you. It's you're an asshole.
Well, just bleep it.
You. Fine. But if we forget to bleep it, and he comes for me,
He's not gonna come for you.
speak for yourself.
I might.
Yeah. You're a child. No, but one of the reasons that I wanted us to do, and we wanted to do this podcast, was because we are professional actors. It took a long time to get there, but we pay our bills as artists, and it's great. We both have been in this game about the same amount of time. You know, we're coming up on probably about 20 years, each of us. You know, the amount of time between what you've invested in the music industry and in film, and for me with film and all that kind of stuff. Been doing this a long time, and speaking for myself, like I said, it's only been within the last, year or two that I've been able to be a full-time performer. But what I always would have loved was to have someone that I could, or some people that I could refer to. They're in the shit like me, and like, hey man, just keep going. Like I hear you. Just keep going. You know, if you continue to work hard and invest time in learning your craft and keep your ego out of it as best as you can, and try to be just an absolute professional in everything you do, and just work harder than everyone else, you can find success in this. But what does that actually look like? Does that mean you're at the Academy Awards and stuff? No, dude. I don't get invited to that shit. You know, maybe one day. But really, what does it look like to do what we do? It's the auditions, 3, 4, 5 of them a day sometimes, after, trying to shoot a podcast, after trying to write and produce the feature films that we're doing. It's finding time to, work out. It's finding time to still have some semblance of a real life, and
then you're also trying to then you're editing things. You're also trying to stay relevant on social media.
Yeah,
because
dude.
That's another big thing that you have to do.
Talking to representatives, finding new representatives, collaborating with representatives. There's a lot that goes into it, and sometimes, it's not always as financially lucrative as it's not as lucrative as you might think. And sometimes you're investing in a belief in yourself. That's most of what it is, right? So if you and I too, that someone that, outside of the fact that I love you as a human, I love you as a woman, and I respect you so fucking much. You're so talented and so kind and so driven. I love all these things about you, and I love you on such an intimate level too, romantically and things. But when I look at you and I look at your journey, and we've got so much time and episodes and things ahead of us to talk about all these things, but when I look at you on the journey that you've been on and the things that you've accomplished and the things that you want to accomplish and all that, it inspires me, right? And so I feel like us jumping on here and just being as candid as we possibly can to tell people hey, you can do this thing, right? You can pay your bills doing what makes you happy, and you don't have to sacrifice your integrity, and you don't have to give up on what makes you, but this is what it looks like. And if you're aiming for the glitz and the glam and the fashion and the awards, you don't fucking want that, homie. You don't want it.
If you do want it, just be an Instagram model.
Yeah, I guess.
For real, it's... There's the real celebration in those award ceremonies is when you win the award and you just got your pay scale just went up so fucking high.
Now, because it attached to your name as Academy Award.
Now attached to you, so like
even nominated.
Even
Academy
nominated too. That's really what it's about. That's really, really, really what it's about. But the like showing up and like just like the taking pictures and stuff, it's weird. And also, you look at the behind, like it's now we can see all of it, right?
Yeah.
So we see all of it.
Yeah.
And I remember I came up at a time where taking a selfie of you, which we didn't have the term selfie, but like, you know, if you had a camera and you turned it around and looked at yourself and tried to like pose a certain way and took a picture of that was embarrassing. Like that was cringeworthy and that was self-centered and weird. It was a weird thing to do. It was a very strange thing to do, and it was looked down upon, and as it kind of should be. Mind you, we all do it because it's
now
just
currency.
It's normal and it's currency now. And you know, everything is, you know, online and it makes sense to be able to take pictures of yourselves and stuff like that. But to a certain extent, like it's really weird and it's a very self-absorbed type of thing. So now he's like, if you look at pictures of people on the red carpet, like the poses and like and the this and that and how like fake and weird it is and the eye changes between that. I mean, that's what it's like going to a photo shoot. But the belief is like, oh, you just show up on this red carpet, everyone takes pictures of you and you're just you in your natural state and it's gorgeous. No, that shit's planned. All
you know
of
what I
it's
want to
planned.
start doing on future episodes, and we'll have to wrap this up, but on future episodes, you know what I'd like to start doing?
Did you just tell me to wrap it up?
No, we have to... No, we just needed to wrap it up. We're going to keep the people here too long. But in future episodes, and you guys feel free to interject, but I think we can spend some time going through what, like, the process, like the,
oh my God, we
from
need to,
from
yeah.
finding the reps who get you the auditions, to prepping for the audition, to doing the audition, to God willing, getting a call back, and then even more unlikely booking the part. Then you're on set. Like, let's take them through it for real. And we've got, I know for a fact you've got an endless well of stories to go through.
Oh yeah.
But I think,
but also, with that being said, really quick, you made it sound horrible, like you have to do this in order to do this.
No, it's not horrible at all.
It's not horrible.
No.
It is great if you believe in yourself and if like you just know it's in there.
Know what the job is.
But know what the job is.
Yeah.
You can get it done. Nothing is impossible. It's just not easy. Just not easy. But that's okay. But you have to be okay with it. You need to go into this. I think at the end of the day, what you need to do is go into this with a respect for the art form, first and foremost. Understand that the reason that you're doing this shouldn't be to look at me on the stage, look how attractive I am in the gorgeous light that another artist created for me, or in the beautiful wardrobe another artist created for me, or the way that I'm framed in the shot that another artist created for me. Just look at me with all these other people's hard work. That's not your job. No. As an actor, your job is to take words off a page and then present them in an honest way that help people ask questions of themselves, of their friends, offer perspective or a laugh. That is your job. That is your job. And if that's why you love doing this, then you can have it. Understand that what your day-to-day looks like is not hanging by the pool and your agent calls you, offering you roles, and you turn them down or you pick them up depending on your mood. That's not the job. It's a struggle like anything else. The same way that someone may be a fantastic teacher, except I won't say that because teachers should... That's a different thing. Teachers are a different thing. But the same way anyone does any job, you have to go into it with that same kind of discipline. If you think anything's going to be handed to you, you're wrong. If you think you're special, you're not. But if you believe in yourself and you work really fucking hard, I truly believe with every molecule in my being that you can have anything in this world you want. Things are going to come up in front of you. They're going to, life is going to happen. But motherfucker, ever forward. Don't stop. Cheers to that, baby.
Cheers to that. Thank you so much for being a consistent source of inspiration, being one of the most intelligent, kindest, funniest, most driven and talented women that I ever met. You made me want to be a better me, and I am so excited to start this new journey with you. And I hope that along the way we make a lot of friends and maybe show some people that some impossible shit might in fact be possible.
And thank you for making me believe in my art again.
Hey, I'll take it. Cheers, Boo Boo. What perfect timing. Are you hungry?
Yes.
Should you, I don't know, eat the camera?
Well, that's over with.